From one skin problem to another, spring has arrived and flowers are blooming all around us, but something has sprouted on your skin and it may have you worried. Dermatologist Fred Quarles says it may be one of two common rashes that show up just at this time of the year. You can give Dr. Quarles a call now with your skincare questions. The number 673-5420. Dr. Quarles, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
We were kind of nodding our heads at that tattoo package, and you were saying yes, probably the laser removal better than any sort of topical.
Yeah, previously, before lasers, you would use salicylic acid, abrasive type things to get rid of a tattoo. And that can lead to scarring, and that's why lasers are more exact. They have a wavelength of light that hones in on a particular color and implodes that color under the skin so that your immune system can remove the color. Of course, even with lasers, you have to be careful about scarring.
Right.
So the bottom line is,
think twice.
Think twice, think 3 times, maybe 4 times before you get the tattoo in the first place.
So we're coming up on spring. It's starting to feel like it finally out there, and people may be wondering about these bumps and things that show up just at this time of the year.
Yeah, there are certain rashes that occur mainly in the springtime. It's called polymorphous light eruption. And it may show up just in the spring as looks like hives or urticaria is what we get, these itchy rash that's fleeting. It comes and goes in about 12 hours. But this particular rash may last a few weeks and only show up on the sun-exposed area. And it basically is an allergy to ultraviolet light that 10 to 20% of the population worldwide may have this particular sun allergy called polymorphous light eruption.
All right, we've got a couple people waiting on the line, but how do you prevent this?
Well, really, you can take some medicine when you first feel it coming on. It can be prescribed. It's a medicine that we use to treat malaria, actually, and it's called Plaquenil, and you take the medicine for about 2 weeks. It's prescribed, and that will prevent you from having that springtime rash once you have it diagnosed.
Interesting. Pat from Suffolk is on the line right now. Pat, what is your question for Dr. Quarles? Good afternoon.
Hi. I started back to swimming recently, and I get physical therapy on my feet, and I've had a couple of warts come up on my feet. How do I treat it?
Well, the best thing to do is come in and get the right treatment. We can freeze the wart. Speaking of lasers, lasers can be used to remove warts as well as electrical current. There are over-the-counter products, though, the Dr. Scholl's products. I would say you would use nothing less than 40% salicylic acid pads to try to get rid of the warts on the feet. Those can be tough to get rid of.
Right, and so you've given a range of options for Pat. So maybe if she tries the first part with the salicylic acid
product,
and then moves on to something if that doesn't work.
Right.
All right, we've got another call from Betty in Hampton. Betty, good afternoon. What's your question for Dr. Quarles?
Yes, my husband has eczema, and it seems to act up more this time of year. Why is that?
Well, eczema is allergy related. Just like hay fever sufferers, they may have more hay fever with all this pollen, sneezing and watery eyes. Eczema is that allergy that manifests itself in the skin, and the immune system causes the itching. So some people have eczema year-round. Then there are those who will have it more in the spring and summer. And that's when you use your medicine more to control it.
Right, interesting. I didn't even realize that, and that for some it is cyclical and related to the allergies. Great questions, and thanks for sharing your answers to them. If you have any more questions for Dr. Quarles, you can get in touch with him at Quarles Dermatology off of Independence Boulevard in Virginia Beach. The number to call right there on your screen, 490-6635, or in Hampton, 827-3046. Thanks very much for stopping by.
Oh, you're welcome.
Up next on WAVY News 10 Midday, why embattled actor Charlie Sheen